Welcome back to the Young Shakespeare Podcast. Today I have a special edition. I have brought on Mr. John Muckstadt and Brett Stark, two guys that were key members of the 2019 state championship team. Guys, thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having us,
Manny.
Pretty cool. We've got the DS versus Medfield big game. I know there's beef this year between these teams. I think either way, it's great content. If they win, we'll be happy and it'll be like fun to make fun of Medfield. If they lose, like it's going to be three DS guys just like slowly getting more and more sad. So I think it'll be a good stream either way.
Yeah, they won't lose.
Yeah. Can we get a score prediction, fellas?
Ooh, DS by 1,000,000. Is that possible? Can I hammer that down?
Yeah.
Realistically, I'd give it maybe like 60 to 55 DS.
No fucking way. That's literally what I was literally sitting in English class writing that out today. I had
same exact score.
60 to 56 DS by 4. Because Medfield, it's a good team.
Yeah. I was looking at the schedule. They don't seem to have too many common opponents, but they're both having good seasons, it seems like.
Yeah, Medfield knocked off Westwood, who beat Needham, who's always a top team in Eastern Massachusetts. I'm going to switch over to the share screen, so it might cut out for a second for the viewers, but we'll be right back. Okay, so you guys can see now?
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, we're back. We've got the screen share going. Hopefully it looks good for the viewers. There we go. QB1, Daniel Sullivan running out. We see Coach Grady looking fly as ever.
Yeah, he's always got the fits going.
I can only imagine if they had fans, how many kids would have come out for this one.
Yeah. They're restricting that again now.
Mm-hmm.
So bad.
I was texting Johnny. I was like, "You going to the game?" He's like, "No, we're like not allowed to."
So I figure it's just like a parents or something like that.
Yeah, you get two parents, I think.
Fair enough.
What did you guys think? I think you both saw the kind of thing I did with the DS and the Medfield kids where I put them on a Zoom together. What did you guys think of that?
Yeah, it's good entertainment. Medfield kids seemed a little cocky. Not surprised. Seems like they're all bred like that, but yeah, no, it was good entertainment. This should be a good game.
Yeah, I really liked it. I mean, like, I don't think there's ever been an opportunity for kids in high school to have like a platform like that and like talk to each other, especially like in a rivalry like this. Kids will go and say whatever. Like I thought it was hilarious, especially Ethan Lynch was so funny. He just didn't care.
Ethan was messaging me earlier and he said I could probably hop in at halftime for your stream. I was like, no way.
That'd be hilarious from the locker room.
I was like, if I send you like a Zoom link, could you hop on? And he's like, later. He's like, oh, I don't think I could. I'm like, yeah, I think Grady would rip your head off if you jumped into our Zoom.
He would not be having that.
That would be hilarious. He's in the locker room. I'm hoping he'll text me a little quote though from what it's like on the court. He's a really funny guy though, I gotta say.
Yeah, he is. I watched his a part of his other interview with you that you followed up on the other week. That was funny too.
Yeah. What do you guys remember from playing Medfield when you were in high school?
They whooped us. I remember at Medfield our junior year. They whooped us.
That was brutal. He benched like all the starters. I want to say like late in the first quarter, and that was just it. We were down like maybe like 25. But besides that, I think we did well against them.
Yeah, we beat them. Our senior year, we beat them twice.
Yeah.
I remember that because I think the at Medfield one, it was like a pretty good game. And then I went to like Papagino's after with some track guys, and then you guys like rolled in too.
Yeah.
And you guys gave the most ridiculous names. I feel like Ryan Easty, he was like, they were like, what's the name for the old
yeah.
one? And he was like, Snorlax. And so like 10 minutes later, the Papagino's lady came out and was like, I got an order for Snorlax. And everyone just cracked up.
That was our go-to. Papagino's Friday night wins. Yeah. Alex Waugh used to have the best names.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So are all the three Medfield kids that you did the interview starting right now?
No, so I think Charlie Catman isn't. I think Brendan Lawless and Caleb Lawson are.
Is that, I think, number 11 maybe?
Oh, actually, you know what? Number 1, that is Catman. He is starting. I think I looked at another game, and he wasn't. So,
Right. You ever play with any of these guys, like at any runs or anything?
No, this is probably like the year I stopped. I was playing with kids like 2 years younger, but I don't really know anyone from this grade.
yeah. So number 1 is Charlie Katsoukaris. He's right there with the ball with the red shoes. He was the one I originally did the stream with. He's a really funny kid. And then
Yeah, he was
11
good,
is Brendan Lawless, who is on it. And number 2 is Caleb Lawson, who is also on it. He's the big guy down low right now. Who just
Who's their go-to guy? Do they have like someone?
Kevin Cronin? Yes, number 5, Kevin Cronin. He's a forward. I've been told he's really good.
Kevin was hilarious. I liked him in the interview.
Yeah. Didn't you say you see him at Kingsbury?
Yeah, I think I see him every now and then. Probably not as recently because he's in season, but I definitely think I saw him over the summer.
Not a lot of great shooting so far.
Yeah,
I think these kids have just so much energy. Like they're sprinting down the floor. Like, oh, Spellman.
That was good. Yeah, they've probably been waiting for this game so long after that interview.
The hype.
Probably so fired up. It's like a playoff game.
Yeah. Big Blue. Oh, nice. There we go, Raiders.
Okay.
Oh. Have you guys got to see any of the other games at all from DS?
We went.
Yeah, what?
Sorry,
we went to the Dedham one in Dedham, and then I saw one other game, which I forget which game it was.
Yeah, I've just the Dedham game.
I went to nice.
He's so hot right now. Does he have all 7?
Fire, dude.
Yeah, he's got all 7.
Wow.
Spellman's on fire. Oh my God.
I remember I saw like one of those Twitter recaps of the game posted by, it was either like the basketball account or just like DS Athletics, and it said he had like 16 rebounds, and I thought they were mistaking for someone else. And then I was talking to Grady after one of their home games. He's like, no, Spellman really did get 16.
He's gritty.
Yeah.
Dude, I like the refs are letting him play. They're letting him be physical.
That's a foul.
I mean, maybe not there. That was a little much, but
funny story. I was flying to Florida for New Year's, and I saw one of the refs. We grew up, like, he'd always do our Metro West games. He'd always do like our high school games. I don't know his name, but you definitely recognize him if you saw him. He was like working TSA, like when I was going through the.
Oh, really? He was working?
Yeah, I saw him, and yeah, we had a little conversation. It was funny.
It wasn't like the one of the father-son duo, right?
No, not them. He's a good guy, not like those guys.
Yeah. No, I bet I'd recognize him.
Is that Olsen?
Yeah, that was Olsen.
Yeah.
They call foul.
On the floor.
I was meant to say, I think Rinaldi, unfortunately, looked like maybe his knee or ankle or something got bumped up. And he came off the floor.
It's all good. I really like this camera they got going. They didn't have it when we were playing.
Yeah, this is nice.
I think it's automatic. It just tracks the ball, right, Danny?
Yeah, I think it tracks movement. So wherever like the most people are. Now it's must be the Wi-Fi connection isn't great, but
yeah, all good.
Yeah, it's nice. It's got the scoreboard.
That's huge too. I can add in chapters after so that people will be able to see like when.
That's great. You think that's the JV team up in the fan zone?
It's gotta be.
Yeah, looks like it.
Nice DS ball. It's too bad you can't gamble on high school sports.
Right.
I'd have 25 units on this game.
It's so funny.
Are you guys both back at school?
No, I was supposed to go last Saturday, but then they moved it back a week because COVID.
Oh.
So I go back tomorrow morning.
Oh shoot! But at least you're getting to go back still.
Yeah, they're closing down like the rec and library. The rec's just like the workout facility, and then like basketball courts, library, like all the big public areas, for like 2 weeks, and then reevaluating it.
Yeah, I'm back at NC State, but it's like we have like a million cases.
Oh, really? Like once you guys got back?
Yeah, I think it's Omicron because it spreads so quickly.
Yeah.
Great air ball by Medfield.
Love to see it.
Nice. Is
that Spellman?
10? Jesus Christ.
What's he got? 9? Or is he
Yeah.
up?
How many of these kids do you think these DS guys could have who could have started on that state championship team you guys were on, and who could have been like rotational?
Definitely Luke. Zach Spellman would definitely. I mean, I think we played like a 7 or 8 man rotation in the playoffs, so I don't know how many guys it would be, but I'd say definitely Luke and Zach. I don't know too much about the other guys, but those two for sure.
Yeah. I think Brian Thompson's solid.
Olsen.
Yeah.
Similar
like
builds though.
The big guys. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wonder if you'd even know who that is.
I feel like Spellman plays similar to Evan Scary, though, just like poised guard, good shooter.
Yeah, I was gonna say that he's looking like Scary out there.
Mm-hmm. I see Evan in the gym all the time now. He's been putting on a little bit of weight in a good way. Lifting.
Oh wait, what's going on in the chat?
Oh, there's a chat going on.
Oh shoot. Dover Bozos.
That's so funny.
All right, let's see if this is any better now.
It's looking a little smoother.
Big boy.
Just refresh it.
Yeah, I refreshed it.
Yeah, it's looking a lot better.
Yeah.
Right. Dope. I'm surprised they didn't turn the chat off. I know there's historically been like it was like a field hockey game or something where it just got like very nasty.
No way. That's so funny.
There was one too where the DSCTV commentators, it was like one of the Daily kids, and then it was I think Brad from DSCTV, and there was like the senior night for girls field hockey, and they were just talking about like their favorite Mexican restaurants, and then like all the comments were just lighting them up. It was like Miss Gladstone, and she was just like, he was just like, talk about the game, not your favorite restaurants. Like,
oh, that's
so
hilarious.
That's so funny. Love it.
All right, what's the analysis so far? 6 minutes into this game, as much as we've seen.
Slow start picking up now. They look pretty even.
Yeah.
More or less.
DS has got to get some rebounds. That last possession was poor. But
Yeah,
hopefully Luke can come back. He's not hurt or something.
Right.
Yeah. He's been playing well. I saw he had honestly like 30 last game.
Yeah.
Damn. I noticed in watching a little bit of Medfield to prepare for this that they're always tremendous on the boards. They've got a lot of size. I think they usually have like 3 kids on the floor that are like 6'3", 6'4" in height. So they've and kids that can move. So I think they've got good size for sure. But we have size too. So
yeah.
And Rinaldi, Lynch, lots of guys that can grab boards.
Yeah, agreed.
You guys recognize these refs?
I recognize the older guy.
Yeah, that guy right there for sure.
I want to say the girl is new. I don't think we ever had her.
No, I've never seen her before.
That looks like Rinaldi. 0.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's him. I think that is that ref like one of the father son. I think
it's the father. Yeah.
We haven't had the best of luck with that guy.
Really? Tell me about it.
Was it Winsville? Was that?
Yeah, he just seemed like he came after John a lot. There's one game specifically I remember.
Yeah, he likes.
And then him and his son ref like in the local area. I mean, I don't know either of them personally, but I remember one game in playoffs we were at WIT. I want to say it was against Sutton, and Alex Baruti like set up for like the most blatant charge, and the guy like he was like set up for the charge maybe when the guy was like coming at him at like half court, and the guy still like ran at him, hit him, like such an obvious charge, and the guy called a blocking foul, and everyone like flipped out at him, and then the ref was like, "That's my bad, like that's my bad, I made a bad call," and it's just left it at that. I'm like, all right.
That was the son. That was the son.
Yeah, it was.
His son was like, I messed up. Like he was middle of the game. He's yelling at Coach Grady's like yelling at him. And he's like, I messed up, Rick. I messed up.
Yeah, it's so funny.
Ridiculous.
Because they all know each other on like first name basis, which is hilarious.
But that guy, he's like the head ref for our like area, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, in track, they would have a head TVO ref. It was like Jim Morris or something. So I wouldn't be surprised if the league has one guy that's kind of in charge of all of it.
Yeah, would make sense.
Ooh.
Good pass.
It was a good pass.
That was a good play by Medfield.
Yeah.
Yeah,
this is Luke going.
This is going to come down to the wire, I feel like. This is a good game.
Yeah, I hope so.
Gotta get some other DS guys involved in scoring besides Zach for sure. Mm-hmm. We're gonna win this one.
Carrying him.
Agreed.
Bruh. That could have been a foul.
Yeah, I was gonna say they let him go.
Fucking dunk it! He told me he wants to dunk on one of the Medfield kids.
Yeah, you should have posted him. That was the opportunity.
Maybe it's just if he went out with an ankle earlier or something. Maybe he was not trying to risk it.
Yeah,
that would have been like what I used to do on Brett in practice.
I don't know about that.
Did you guys? Did I tell you about? I'm sorry, Luke, if you're listening to this because I brought it up on the podcast a million times. But
good bid.
But when at Medway, it was like a kind of a set play almost, and Rinaldi had like an open look. He driving in, but there was like a guy that contested him, and instead of just getting like the easy layup, he tried to dunk over the kid.
Oh, really?
And the kid like totally fouled him because he probably didn't think he was gonna dunk. But so Luke misses the dunk. Rick is screaming at him, rightfully so, because it was a tight game against Medway. We ended up losing. And then he missed like the first free throw. And I just see Rick, because I was there in person, I just see Mr. Grady on the sideline just go walk away down the bench.
Was he like stuffed by the rim or something when he went up for it?
No, it wasn't stuffed. It was more like the kid just threw himself into Luke. So like he wasn't he basically did slam it on the rim and it bounced off.
Did he get free throws or did they not call it?
Yeah, he was one for 2 on the free throws. He dunked 3 times against Millis, I want to say.
Yeah, so I feel like word gets around that he's capable of that, and kids don't really contest anymore. In the 2 games I watched in person, it'd be like a fast break, and then the other guy would just kind of walk the other way.
Yeah, didn't they pummel Millis? I remember seeing the final score, and I was like, "Geez." Like Millis was decent when we played.
Yeah, also saw like 50-piece Martha's Vineyard.
Yeah.
Nuts.
Yeah.
Oh geez, we missed a little bit. I refreshed and we caught back up, but
Someone
I
hit a
guess we
three.
put up.
We're up 5.
Yeah.
Here we go.
One thing I wish they did is they have this, like, when I watch college games, even like at the D3 level, they'll have like an active box score going, so you can kind of see everything.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool if they had that.
That's such a classic.
So I was about to say the same thing. Just
Like,
screen down. Pop
how
up
do you
the
not
screen.
know that's coming? That's so obvious.
You know, Grady's pissed about that. He's definitely drilling him in practice.
You know they went over that in practice. Like,
Yeah.
Ooh.
Corner.
Ooh. Oh. Got to get Lynch on the Zoom at halftime. Ask him what's going on.
Do you have a roster for the kids, Danny?
No, but
I was curious who just shot that three in the white shoes. He was a lefty.
No, I know I have their numbers for most of I have 6 Medfield kids. 2 is Caleb Lawson, 3 is Nate Bakke, 4 is Brett Nickerson, 5 is Kevin Cronin, 11 Brendan Lawless, and 1 is Charlie Katsakuris. You guys know Matt Mitchell's back coaching?
yeah.
Yeah, we played in the alumni game with him.
Oh, was he
good?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, right. You couldn't go. Yeah, he played with us.
Oh.
It was I was gonna say it was like who used to play with us? What was his name?
Tenacious defense.
That was almost the dunk right there.
Good call.
Oh, we just saw this.
I don't know why it went back.
A little replay.
Yeah. Can't hurt to get
extra. Pick it here. Oh.
You can tell he wants it.
Yeah. He's good at that.
Yeah.
Is it just me, or did Coach Grady have like hair when we were in high school?
I don't know. It looks good.
Yeah, I rock with it.
I like it too. I don't.
Wait, which number do we know which number is Jono?
Just look for the kid that looks exactly like Griffin, and that's
yeah. I don't think he's on the court right now.
My dream ending for this game is it comes down to the last bucket, and Gavin Lynch throws an alley-oop to Jono Windle, and he dunks over all 3 Medfield captains. That would be the dream ending.
Ridiculous.
All right, we should.
I like that they got both the Lynch brothers on the team.
Yeah,
some good chemistry.
Here's Ethan.
That's going in.
I don't know.
It's a tough shot.
Yeah. Using the left though.
I think that's the redhead. What's his name? Bakke. I think that's
he looks like a kid that we played against. Honestly, looks like his little brother.
On Medfield? I remember that. Yeah. I know who you're talking about.
They like moved the same. Both pretty big.
It's pissing me off. I got to keep refreshing.
It's all good.
All right. Got Danny Sullivan over.
Oh, there it is. Oh. Looks like he missed it though.
No, he definitely did.
Yeah, if we look at the score. All right, DS is down by 1.
Boys.
1-2-2
press.
Looks like a 13 copied Catman on the shoes.
Oh!
Have a day, Spellman.
Sniper, dude.
Got to have like 12 or something.
I think that came up in that talk. The Medfield kids were like, he's just a shooter. Like, he doesn't do anything else.
He's torching him right now.
He's letting him know.
Yeah, whoever got
get that out of here.
Great block.
Another one.
Oh, Catman's on the board. Yeah, Brett, I think you make a good point about did 13 or did number 1 get the shoes first?
Yeah, they gotta be the same.
Tough.
Oh,
pick up there.
I wonder if the game gets a little bit trippy.
I bet. I've been
talking it all.
I've been hearing. I mean, I think they've made it clear a bunch of times, even when Ethan came on most recently, that they're friends. A lot of them are friends between DS and Medfield. But like, look at what he's doing now. Number 1, getting into space. Yeah. There's beef as far as the game goes. They have beef against each other.
Yeah. Who's number 5?
Oh, take that. Get that in.
Big fella.
Is number 5 Jono or?
No, that's Sullivan, isn't it? Oh wait, no.
No, that's
Sullivan.
10.
That's 10. Yeah. Okay.
I wonder if Griffin could get into the game, given his brother's playing.
Griffin.
Oh, great board by the Medfield.
I bet he passes him. Jono just shows the wasted potential that Griffin had.
Yeah, exactly. No, Griffin peaked freshman year JV, or what was it, freshman team?
I swear Griffin used to be like the best athlete in our grade, like early middle school, and then he just fell off a cliff. He just stopped growing.
I would say, I mean, I think it's pretty obvious John was the best athlete in middle school, but I think you're right that Griffin was like had all these ball handling skills in middle school.
He's just quick,
very quick. Yeah.
Yeah, Griffin. He
just made all the wrong choices.
He always ragged me.
All the mistakes you read about, Griffin made.
Oh, good pass.
Oh,
I think that's Mason, number 5.
Yeah.
Have you guys got to talk to Coach Grady at all about the season?
Yeah, talked to him both the games I went to.
Yeah, I think it looks kind of heated now. These guys are all over each other.
Yeah, I like it. Better game.
Oh,
cool. Cadman is like the biggest hunch in his back every time he shoots. Like leans so far forward. I feel like it's like so easy to block.
He leans over like that when he goes to shoot.
Oh, is this a technical?
No, I think he got fouled on a missed 3. Oh wait, they're standing back there.
Oh no, it's a press. It's a press. I didn't realize DS had the ball.
Okay. But I think so. Catman took a 3 and then missed it, and
probably went out of bounds.
There we go. Rinaldi's so athletic. Oh yeah, great pass. Put that in.
Pass.
Way to go, Olsen. This is a good game.
That's what I was wondering who it was, the lefty. He's a nice shot.
Take that in. Oh. Gotta hustle back.
Is that a bank?
Good shot. Couldn't tell.
Yeah, it's going. I thought this would happen. They've gone back and forth on scores a bunch of times.
Yeah, good shot.
Oh, yeah, Rinaldi. Nice.
Has DS pressed at all?
No.
We used to mix in a 1-2-2.
I think they've been throwing Danny Sullivan back there, but not like a full thing. But I think one guy out there. I don't know. I don't know much about basketball as you guys.
And he used to be a rebound machine. What are you talking about?
You know what? I pursued the fame and the glory of indoor track and field.
I was thinking about this the other day. I don't know if you remember it, Danny, but one time, I want to say we were in like early middle school, playing in the middle school gym, and you're shooting a free throw, and you just spit on the floor like during your like your free throw like routine, and the ref was just like, "What's wrong with you?" You like wiped it with your foot. I don't know if you.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, come on.
Oh, he laid it up.
You remember that at all?
I low key feel like I know what you're talking about because I think I like,
It's like
and then the
most
referee,
ridiculous thing.
was like, "What did you just do?" Like he was in shock that I had the audacity. Oh wait, I meant to point out right when Brett started his story with like a minute 16 left. Spellman was bringing up the ball, and I saw Catman slap the floor like to play.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's great.
Cam used to do that a bunch.
I like
Cam was
Catman's
feeling
grit.
it.
Oh, Cam would roll up his shorts. The higher up on his quads his shorts were, the better his defense was going to be.
Yeah, he didn't back down ever.
10 seconds
Corner.
left.
So
fuck. All right, one last bucket. Come on.
Push it.
Push it.
Oh
So
my
ugly.
god. That was horrendous.
Yeah. Close game.
All right.
It's good half.
Yeah, what do you it's a fun game. What do you guys make of DS? What do you make of Medfield's game so far?
DS relying on Spellman.
Yeah.
They got to get inside a bit more. I think they're just shooting, taking some off balance shots, but
seems like they're doing well against the press though. I feel like they like to run, get out in transition.
Mm-hmm. Seems like Medfield's getting inside a lot more.
Yeah.
And boards.
Did we used to play with 3 refs or was it always 2?
That was playoffs.
And
like a couple weeks leading up to playoffs, it'd be 3 refs.
I don't know as much about the ins and outs of basketball, but I've definitely competed in a lot of different sports and a lot of different competitions. And I'd say, like, when you're in a situation like this, you see it in every different sport. There's some people like you guys in that state title run that are absolute competitors and you live for this kind of stuff. You know, the guy that's the Sam Hartley that you want taking the, kick at the end of the game like that. You know what I mean? It's some people rise to the challenge and some people don't. And I feel like a few of those guys in the court tonight are going to make that difference in the last few minutes of the game.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, good teams find a way to win. So I think we got 2 good teams here, but I think the best team will come out on top. Wait, did DS just lose a point? Just happened.
Yeah, what?
Yeah,
I just saw that. They must have miscounted a 3.
Yeah.
Or 3 or something.
Makes it even more.
He's taking away points.
If they win, that's why.
Muck, this is making it even less likely that you're DS by a million.
Oh, yeah. Hey, we got a lot of basketball left.
Big second half coming.
Plenty of time. Spellman, just give Spellman the ball.
Need Spellman. Yeah, you see in the like you guys were talking about the score lines, a few key characters always come up. Like Rinaldi had like 30 last game. I think Olsen is usually in the double digits, like 10, 12 points.
And Spellman, it seems like it's those 3 every time I look at the Twitter.
Yeah, Olsen's like almost putting up a double-double, it seems like.
Yeah.
That's huge.
Yeah, that is. He's a big kid. Got to be like 6'5", like 200 pounds.
Yeah, somewhere around there. Yeah, 6'4", 6'5", I think.
He'd throw Xander around.
Yeah.
Xander and his gluten-free pizza.
Oh no sauce.
Sauceless
sauce. Put some respect on his name. No sauce. He likes that cheesy bread.
It'd be nuts.
I remember that at our basketball banquets or whatever. We'd be over at the Clancy's or I don't know, whatever it would be. He'd just have like his own pizza.
Dude, thinking back to that, like after games, we're pulling up to Papa Gino's, like shoveling like
he's getting a burger.
Yeah.
Him and Evan Skiri will get a burger at Papa Gino's.
Yeah, Skiri ate whack too.
2 most picky eaters. Funny. What I was saying before though is it'd be nuts to see Olsen get to like 6'7", just be like an absolute monster.
Jeez.
True. Yeah, I grew like an inch and a half in college even, I think.
Really?
Post high school graduation. Yeah. I'm a little bit bigger. Like, so it's funny how sometimes like men especially can just like way later than you think. He's only a sophomore.
Yeah.
So who knows? Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I think I grew an inch in college as well.
Yeah, I think I was like 6. I think I grew like 3 inches sophomore year, and then I think senior year soccer I was like 6'4", and then by the end of senior year I was over 6'5".
Oh, chat's disabled. I was about to say.
Oh, there was definitely something going on. We probably missed something.
It was like Derek Daly was like, "What happened to your quarterback on Thanksgiving, pal?" And then the other kid was like, "You
was
have
he just hurt?"
Well, I think Derek hurt their quarterback on.
Oh, come on.
God.
And they're just like, they're not even using like aliases or anything. They're just using the real names in the chat. Hilarious.
So out of pocket.
Yeah.
Danny, how's NC State's hoop team?
Ooh,
Colgate almost beat you guys.
I know. NC State is like kind of disappointing because all the pieces are there. Like we took when Purdue was number 1, we took them to overtime. We beat Nebraska in 4 overtimes. We beat Virginia Tech on the road, but then we lost to Wright State. Like how does that make sense? So it's like we're like 8-8 or something. And it sucks because it traditionally, if you guys remember, like Jim Valvano for decades, NC State was a team that could compete to, be involved in ACC championships and stuff like that, but it's just not the case anymore.
Yeah, I remember them being in like the past few years being like a pretty like middle of the pack seed in March Madness, like an 8 or 9 seed.
Football looks great. ESPN came out with their way too early poll or something like that, and we're ranked like 8th or 9th. I think that's a little bit much.
Oh wow,
but it's crazy because 10 of our 11 from our starting defense are coming back. And like 7 of them had been hurt at one point. Like when we lost to Wake Forest, we only had like five of our actual starters. So the football team has so many good returners. Our quarterbacks coming back, a lot of our good wide receivers, a lot of our linemen. So I think we're poised to make a good run next year.
That's real exciting.
Yeah. Vanderbilt's got Nick Rinaldi coming in. Obviously, that's turned the program around.
They have like a historically good recruiting class. I'm pretty sure it's like top 30 in the nation, which is nuts for them.
That's really good.
As recent.
They need that.
Yeah. I don't know how many of the guys will stay committed, but there is a 4-star. I forget what it's called, but I think it's National Signing Day where like the football guys have like 3 hats lined out and then like pick one and go on TV for it. And some guy, there's some 4-star linebacker, I forget his name, picked Vanderbilt, and apparently he's the first person to ever do it off of the National Signing Day, like on whatever TV.
Wow. Do you guys like go out to the games and stuff?
Yeah.
Like, is it exciting? I mean, like the SEC play, because you guys usually kind of get killed.
It's exciting to see. Like Georgia came to town. We had a home game versus Georgia, and they all pulled up. And like, you usually don't have like a lot of fans from the opposing team like travel with the team, but they all came and like we're outside the stadium and all these like whatever like tents. They all set up like tailgating. There's just hundreds of them, and like we went to the game, but lost like 62-0. So I mean, it's cool seeing like the players come. Like I mean, they were the national champions, but like
go Dogs.
I'm not always competing with them.
Yeah, I heard Georgia travels like really well, like their fan base.
Yeah, no, it's nuts. I haven't seen anything like it while being at school. I want to say there's more Georgia people at the game than Vanderbilt.
Damn. I went to the Boston College game in my NC State gear at alumni, and I got flipped off like 200 times.
Oh, I bet.
I was being a jackass though. I really was. I went and stood in the PC student section in my NC State gear.
Of course you did.
And then we beat them. That was just
great.
Rough. Some guy was like, "Bet you $5 you guys don't score in the next drive." And then like we did, like kicked a field goal, and then the kid just disappeared into the crowd. Never saw him again.
You got a rebound.
Right. Yeah.
Good defense.
They love the driving kicks.
That kid gets to the hoop. He's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I swear he's the little brother.
Yeah, no, I know. I know exactly who you're talking about.
Ooh.
That's kind of a tacky foul.
Yeah.
3 is kind of like you, Brett. I remember you always had like a sense of like you like navigate your way through and get to the hoop and score or draw a foul or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you'd either score or you'd end up on the floor with a foul.
Yeah, I remember even in like whatever team it was, like when my dad was coaching 4th or 5th grade, Brett like in practice could like draw the best fouls. I remember my dad just being like, I'm gonna keep calling fouls. Brett's pretty good at like he'd like lay out on the floor and like stuff.
Maybe a little bit of a flop.
Gotta sell it.
Good shot.
Nice. Way to go. There's Rinaldi.
We need more of that.
Sullivan's back there a little bit. Ooh.
Okay.
Good finish.
Okay.
Hey, Rinaldi.
This happened at the Dedham game we went to. He had I think he had 0 points in the first half. And then he came out flying in the second half.
Looks like DS just forced a timeout by Medfield to slow the bleeding.
We should tune into that Taunton or Taunton Attleboro game. It's a barn burner, I bet.
You see 47 people are watching. That shows how big this
was it actually?
This game?
Yeah. 47, but and right now, which means probably, if I had to guess, somewhere between 100 to 150 people have tuned in at some point.
Yeah.
I bet a bunch of people are watching with at least another person.
Yeah, agreed.
They've got water bottles full of vodka or something in your parents' basement.
What if any parents did that?
At the games?
Brought stuff to the games?
Yeah, I never even thought about that.
They must have.
I'm sure it's happened.
Because if you think about it, how many people are in the stands? 200 or so at most of these Friday night games.
Yeah. I remember after the home games, all the parents on the team would all get together and go to a house, go drinking for a little bit.
Yeah, one time they're at my house till 2 in the there's people here.
Really?
I'm kidding.
That's hilarious.
It kept me up. I couldn't fall asleep.
Yeah, no, they love that.
Yeah, they were having better parties on Friday night than the players.
Exactly.
Until 2 a.m. Dude, that's like my mom. She loves to stay out and stuff. And my dad's like, we gotta go home. And she's like, I'm having fun. You don't want me to have fun? Like, fine, we'll stay.
Something I think
that's great.
Thinking back on just Friday night games, we'd always have practice at 10 a.m. the next day. And it would be, the first hour is lift, the day after a game. I I can't imagine doing that now. That's just crazy. But
yeah. Also,
Saturday,
the games were so much less physically demanding.
Yeah. But Saturday practices were the best.
Yeah, they're so fun.
If we win.
I remember Kendall would have practice at it would literally be 7 or 8 a.m. On Saturday.
Yeah, he did them really early.
Game, right? To make sure that the upperclassmen wouldn't go out and drink and get in trouble and stuff.
Yeah, which is smart. I mean, it definitely worked.
It's a thing, Mike.
What was that tip?
What is that? Get some rebounds, guys. Come on.
Jesus, it's
scrappy. We've got bodies on the ground. Oh my.
All right, relax.
That's getting trippy. The ginger kid got a ton of rebounds. Just even tips it out.
I can't believe
they're getting a lot more chippy now.
Kid's about to get crossed.
I can't believe there wasn't a foul anywhere in that sequence. Oh, Spellman!
Another one. He's got to be going for 20 or 30. I want to say he's 15 now.
He's got at least 15, I'd say.
Oh, that's a weird
I mean, that's
foul.
such a foul. I don't know why.
What's he complaining about?
And it wasn't a foul.
Is that Ethan?
Feet bench, move your feet.
Ethan, big dog. Never sent me a quote at halftime about the game. I've got an anonymous source that's telling me. I bet they're shit talking a lot on the floor, actually.
Yeah. You can just tell by the mannerisms.
Look at the Medfield coach getting on the court. I hate that shit. You're not playing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I love the dynamic between like Coach Grady and other coaches. Like they all know each other well and they'll still like get into it. Good rebound.
Oh, Spellman's quick.
Corner.
Yep. Good find. Good
finish. It looks like he's trimmed down the rotation.
Yeah.
Since we last watched John.
When we were at Dedham, literally everyone played.
Yeah. I think he's had like Mason off the bench. I want to say it's in Ethan. Maybe that's it.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with that. I remember Jono and Gavin and some other kids who I don't quite know their names. They were in there too. Oh, great.
Oh.
Medfield does have to control the bleeding if they want to stay in this game. Yeah. You got to do something.
Oh, that's such a... Like, this is what this ref does. He takes over the game. That didn't look like a foul to me. I could be wrong, but like that looked like so soft.
Yeah.
Like the possession or 2 possessions ago, he called another foul on Lynch and Lynch threw his hands up. That's when you can't do that with this guy because this guy will just target your team.
Yeah. Did you ever get a technical
shooting by Medfield?
A tech? I don't think I ever got a tech.
Did you ever get one, Brett?
Yeah, I think I got 2. One of them was playoff senior year against who's that bad team we played first round? Like orange and black team.
North? No, not Northborough.
Oh Jesus. There we go.
It was something in Western Mass, but I got one during that game.
Post them up.
It was something stupid. It was, I like chirped the kid after a layup or something.
No, it was
a good play by Rinaldi, I gotta say.
Wait, no. Was it Little? No, it wasn't Littleton.
Nice.
I swear it's a W.
Here comes the dunk.
Oh yeah.
Here comes the dunk.
Nah. Better.
He's going off. Rinaldi's going off now too.
Give and go up to Mason. Oh, right out of bounds. Yeah, they're falling apart right now. Grady's hyped.
Wait, did they just throw it out of bounds? What just happened?
Yeah,
they're falling apart at the seams.
Yeah, Grady was hyped there.
And Medfield timeout, it looks like.
They may have gotten the timeout off before it went out of bounds. Couldn't tell.
You know what I was thinking about this? Have you guys seen, John, you might not have seen this, but how Catman, he does game day vlogs.
I haven't seen that.
So he has a YouTube channel. He actually has good vlogs. They're pretty entertaining. But I there's no way he didn't make one for this. And I was like, he's definitely
he totally did.
If he loses.
Yeah, he's hilarious. I like him.
Yeah, he's a funny guy. All right, do I need to refresh now? Might have to refresh. Might be due for one.
Gotta love his confidence.
Oh.
Steal.
Oh, is this the oh no, okay. Look at the JV team standing like they're the fan zone.
Yeah.
Electric.
Yeah. I think this place would be packed to the gills.
They've added a lot of banners up there. Remember, ours was the first one.
Yeah. They look like TBL championships.
I think
field hockey won a state championship.
Yeah, I know field hockey did for sure.
I think they added like DS state relays track champs, so like not an actual. Oh.
There's probably lacrosse is probably out there too.
So yeah. I looked at my phone. 54 people are watching, and so if people could have come to this game, I think there would have been another 100.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like 50 people by itself fills up this gym, and you know there's more come than that.
Back in the days when Smokey Whitman was playing, this place would have been stacked up.
Mr. Potts got this place bumping.
Yeah.
With his two-handed dunks. And
when I was a freshman.
And his short shorts. Look at that stance by the Medfield coach.
Yeah, he's getting into it. I don't remember that coach. I remember the assistant, the bald one.
Oh, one more? Oh.
Yeah, like he has, I think no one looks for alley-oops. There's so many opportunities though.
Yes, sir.
There's so many of those. If we had finished, I can't imagine the score.
Jeez, that's such a foul.
Oh, yeah. Like, how doesn't he call that?
How do you not call that? I mean, it worked out for them, but that was a hack.
Yeah, that kid ran the floor well.
Yeah, he did.
I think that's Jono. In the corner.
11. You guys?
Oh, that's definitely Jono.
Yeah. Do you guys think Diaz should try to slow the ball down at this point, or no?
I don't know. I think it's working for them. Medfield's getting, at least Medfield's way out of control every time they get it. There's like sprinting to the hoop and throwing up rogue shots.
Bro, are they subbing 5 in right now? What are they doing?
And you can see the Medfield kids are yelling at each other.
Looks like it.
They're definitely, the chemistry's off at this point in time.
What is this? Fourth in travel? Subbing the whole team?
Kept Catman.
Yeah, Catman's getting big minutes, dude. I wonder if he was hurt for the game where I saw him that he wasn't a starter, because it seems like he's played the entire game pretty much.
Yeah,
he's clapping. Look at him clap. He's got the
energy. I'd love to hear like a halftime speech or a hype speech out of Catman.
Yeah. Is this Jono?
Yeah,
dude. This is.
I don't know what that is.
This is what I'm talking about. This dude.
What did he call it? Travel?
Oh, he called that on Jono, I think.
Yeah, it had to be a travel.
No. He called it like an offensive foul.
Oh.
What?
Like, what did he do?
It's tough for me to see half these though, because it's just like a bird's eye view.
Yeah, no, it definitely is, but there was nothing there. That was ridiculous.
Yeah.
I
think some of the no calls have been more egregious though.
Yeah. It's just the inconsistency. Like, if you're a ref, you got to be consistently good or consistently bad. Like, as long as you're consistent.
I definitely like letting the kids play in a game like this.
Yeah, there's a
good take. That's a foul. Yeah.
Call that a travel.
Oh, you call that a travel?
Call it a travel.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
That's a good take.
He takes over the game. Like, he's had the last 4 or 5 calls too. Like, this lady ref hasn't.
These missed calls will just add to the tension too. You can tell the kids are getting.
He's bringing Medfield back in this game.
Yeah.
I don't mean to get heated. I'm sorry. Clearly, you got some.
I like it.
Left beef with this dude.
I like the Pats off, Danny.
Oh yeah, you guys watching the game tomorrow night or what?
Absolutely. Yeah, I got. Is it at 8:30?
Yeah, 8:30, 8:45, something like that.
Okay, because I land at 5:30. So I'm happy I can see. I didn't know if it was the afternoon game.
Do we know what the weather's gonna be? I saw it was gonna be like single digits.
It's gonna be cold. Yeah, that definitely plays in Patriots' favor, I'd imagine.
Yeah, I mean, it did last time.
Just like making the pass more difficult.
Yeah, didn't we throw it like 3 times last time we played at Buffalo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was nuts.
That was hilarious.
I saw some crazy stat the other day that said Damian Harris was, you know what like pro football grade is, or like something like that, basically like analytically grades like each player's like performance. He had the highest like efficiency rating out of any running back in the NFL.
Wow.
Oh, I did see that. So now there's 59 watching. It was at 63. I think it might be lagging a little bit because I wonder if they're not used to this traffic, maybe to this. I don't know.
Yeah. That's great. How many people do you think we got in attendance? 60?
More than that.
Yeah, more.
Because the players, I think it looks like maybe the girls varsity Medfield team is on the court side.
Oh, yeah.
How'd they come? What?
No, I think it's got to be the JV team because usually girls play like in the opposite place that the guys play.
Yeah, it's weird.
All right, here we go. What do you guys think has gone differently? That I think Medfield started this half with 28 points and they've only put up 3, and DS has put up.
I think they're at 26.
Yeah, 26. They've put up 5 and DS has put up 12. What do you think the difference has been?
Luke got hot.
Definitely turnovers too. Medfield's sloppy with it.
Yeah, for sure.
I feel like the TVL, most of the games, if you look, I mean, Grady would always say this, if you look at like the turnover differential, usually tells the story of the game. Big free throws here. If this game gets close going into the fourth, I think it'll get really scrappy. Be a good game.
Joe Rogan, would aliens interfere with human life? Love.
You see the thing where, not to be controversial or anything, but like there's like 270 medical professionals like wrote some letter to Joe or Spotify to get Joe Rogan off Spotify because he's saying like controversial things regarding like not getting the vaccine.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, so this is where we were stuck before. Oh, okay, now it's going.
There you go. He hit the first one.
That's definitely the Medfield girls team, though. Like,
yeah, it's got to be.
I'm wondering why they get to be there. Like, why they aren't playing. Maybe their game.
I don't know. Sometimes they do.
Olsen.
Oh, bank. Sometimes they do, especially with Medfield. I think they do the girls play before the guys. For like.
Oh yeah.
Jeez, he said that.
Catman's playing good, dude. Respect to Catman.
Yeah. He feeds off the intensity.
The board.
Good rebound.
Weight room.
Uh-oh.
It's gotta go last shot. Don't shoot it. It's just so stupid. Just another shot for DS.
Yo, move the ball.
Let's go.
Like they can make it a double-digit game now because
oh my god. Oh,
got lucky.
You know what? You can tell it's even hype though with like look at especially the Medfield parents, their reaction and stuff. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like a shorter capacity tonight or a smaller capacity, but it still looks like people are hype.
Yeah. It's awesome when the parents get into it.
Who was like the most like into it parent that you guys remember?
Miss Clancy always got into it.
Definitely.
When Lewis Hansen played, his dad was great. It'd be like a silent gym, and you could just hear his dad yelling at him.
Yeah.
For better or for worse.
Mrs. Gately used to get into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Hansen during the college football playoffs must have been like, put Louis in.
Oh yeah.
I remember
he definitely traveled.
Miss Clancy, like I would be like screaming and like getting myself in trouble, and Miss Clancy would like look up. She's like, "Good job!" Like,
yeah.
She brought the thunder. She brought the energy.
She's an agent of chaos.
Spellman.
Oh, corner.
Okay. There's no contact in any of those?
I was gonna say, or a walk even. Danny Sullivan. Oh.
That's the wide open in the corner, yeah. He just doesn't want to shoot it.
Yeah, I don't think that kid can shoot. Good ball movement right here. Oh, three's back on the court. Yeah.
Yep.
Ooh,
Can't miss that.
Terrible finish.
Oh,
Uh,
dude, she doesn't blow her
just went up
whistle.
strong.
She literally doesn't blow
yeah.
her whistle.
That was
if he
assault.
if he went up with his left though, that's definitely a foul.
That was assault and battery right there. Oh, ankles.
Good pass.
Good pass. It's a foul. Yeah. Good foul though. Stop the basket.
Yeah, is that explain for people to what extent you should make a tactical foul if it's going to be like a bucket. Explain how that works and what your philosophy is.
Well, I mean, with that situation, if you're gonna foul tactically, like you shouldn't even let him shoot it. Just kind of like go for the ball, like swipe at his waist. Because like if he's getting the shot up like that, then if he gets an and one, that's just a terrible foul.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But like on an opportunity like that, if no one's in foul trouble, I think it's smart to do it.
So we got Lynch in. Hopefully he's there for a board. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
I think Muck was right early on. He called out DS is not getting the rebounds we need.
Definitely.
Good block. They need
Danny,
to do the 2-man rebound drill we used to do.
Yeah. That was great. What was my prediction? Did I say 55-50 or 50-45?
I think you said 55-60 and I said 60-56.
Okay. Yeah, I think I may have overshot it unless we get a little overtime.
I think I might have overshot it a little bit.
Good move.
It doesn't look like
really
DS is going to win by 1 million.
Yeah.
Well, I think one factor you have to consider is some of the later on, I think the shooting's improved, but coming out of the gate, there was a lot of energy. I think they were a little maybe nervous shooting the field goal percentage. And the defense has been tenacious all night. There's been great hustle by both teams.
The pass. Yeah,
They're very unselfish.
Woo!
Like, the Jono?
Yeah.
That was a good possession.
That was awesome.
Big shot.
A lot of the DS guys were
whistle happy.
We're telling me that after the game, they're gonna take a lot of the clips of the Medfield kids saying like, "There's nothing to worry about. DS is not gonna be that good this year," and put it on the story. Yeah,
I'm sure the Medfield guys are gonna do the same thing if they win.
Yeah,
they play twice though, right?
Yeah, they play twice
at Medfield next.
Yeah, that's a big shot. The 1-on-1s.
Muck,
Medfield's on the boat. What were you saying? Sorry.
Oh, sorry. I was gonna say we forgot to call out. Good board. Muck's background there. He's got a poster from the state.
Yeah.
Love it. Boys, I had to let everyone know. Remind them real quick.
Who could forget? I was talking with Danny Ventura from the Boston Herald, and he like brought it up.
Really?
Yeah. He's like, it's a great moment. He's like, well, you're a Dover guy. You remember back the state championship, and I was like, yeah, I definitely remember that.
First
you
time.
Interviewed him, right?
Yeah, pretty cool one.
I haven't seen that one yet. I'm meant to watch it though. That's a good guy to get on.
Yeah, he's like, I guess, the godfather of like high school sports journalism in Massachusetts.
That's such a classic inbound play. Runs that every year.
Yep.
Oh.
Big possession. Just going to the hoop.
Oh my God. Oh, number 2. That was horrendous.
Every time they get open floor space, the kid will just put his head down and do something rogue. And move.
It looked like Grady was about to call a timeout almost. Right before that.
Kick out. Oh.
Medfield coach was not happy.
Rage.
Yeah. Good timeout there.
Coach Boyd getting the boys going. Love to see it.
it's a nice spot to be in where if they win this one, like unless they get massacred in the second game, at least they've won one of them.
Yeah.
But it's also Medfield, so I'm sure they're going to be just as fired up.
Absolutely.
What do you think the strategy is now? Do you stick with what's working? Would you guys slow down the ball at this point? What do you do?
For DS,
Yeah.
definitely slow it down. Long possessions, especially in a low scoring game like this. If you're taking like, I think it's a 30-second shot clock. If you're taking like 20, 30 seconds off every possession, it's tough for Medfield to come back.
Yeah, you gotta have good possessions for sure. I'm surprised Coach Grady hasn't thrown a little zone in.
Yeah.
Like it seems like Medfield's getting most of their success inside.
Yeah. It's been working though.
Yeah.
In the under 40 so far. Oh, risky pass. I think in the half court, Grady's gonna bust out the two people in the corners and then the triangle. Yeah. We'll see though. He's definitely telling them to slow it down.
Do that in a couple minutes.
Good block. That's a great block. Oh,
is that an N1?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yes.
That's a great play by Olsen.
Yeah. It's gonna be tough to come back double digits now.
Oh yeah, look at the fan zone.
This Medfield team doesn't seem too good. I was expecting a lot more.
They got their hands up.
The magic fingers.
What was it? There was some middle school basketball game where some kid did that and got a technical. Like he was literally standing, like going for a rebound, like in the game, and he was like, "Ooh!" It was like a Holliston kid, and he got a technical. It's like you can't enchant the rim during the game or something.
Oh, Muck, you remember that? That huge. I want to say he's like 6'4", 6'5", when we were sophomores. Like Aronson was still playing for Holliston. That Indian kid who like got the technical from the bench, who was just like a huge hype guy. That I played. I was playing over the summer, just like getting shots and playing like 1v1 at Kingsbury with Andrew Lynch, and he brought that kid in. He slimmed down so much. He's a great player now.
Really?
Yeah, he's probably has like a similar physique to me now, and he has a great shot.
Huh.
Kind of crazy. I just remember him being like this like fat kid.
Yeah. Who just sat at the bench.
Yeah. No, he's an athlete now. Funny kid too. He's a great guy.
I was watching the BC versus Pitt game. I think it was Pitt. And Karnick and the other center for BC got like 4 fouls, and then they put Vanderbon in. And I saw him have like a nice bucket. He was like, wasn't really at the level, I don't think ACC, but I was just thinking Muckstadt could have stopped that. Muckstadt could have stopped Vanderbon right there.
I actually was watching a BC game the other day, and I saw him on the bench, and I was looking up like his stats. He gets in a little bit now.
Yeah, he gets minutes.
Well, I think he'd had like 6 minutes all season up until that, is what the commentators were saying.
Oh, really? Wow. Yeah, I wonder what he's weighing now.
He said 230.
230. No way. Probably weighed like 200 in high school.
Yeah.
Boy.
Oh, that's a huge shot.
Oh, wow. You can see the energy in the gym too.
Yeah. DS isn't doing great with this.
Fuck. Turn it over.
Too. It looks like. Yeah.
That's huge for Medfield.
Or the ball went out of bounds or something.
DS is just throwing these terrible passes.
Like DS's last possession was awful.
Yeah.
They're doing the opposite of what they should be doing. Like they just took a quick shot, contested.
Yeah. That's 5 unanswered for Medfield, I think.
What's going on?
Oh, what's that? Maybe technical?
Here comes a ref doing something.
Technical. Oh, no. That'd be nuts if he teed someone up here.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
What a terrible pass.
I'm surprised he didn't call like overcrowding or something.
I hope this ref listens to
it listens to this
video.
Young Shakespeare fan.
Yeah. Got to get him on an interview with John. Good pass. Oh.
Squash the beef.
What was that, jump ball?
Wait, what'd you say? Have him on after?
Have him on with John, you three. Maybe bring his you can bring his son along too. They did good on the like slot pass.
If we're doing father son, Brett, you could come on.
Oh,
I want to say his FD is his foot. No.
Oh, who's coming in?
Grady's like a conductor, man. He's doing his money over there.
I want to say a bucket for DS here probably ends it, but who knows?
It would make for great content if this became a close.
Yeah, I mean, if Medfield gets a stop in a basket,
Danny, you're gonna have to bring those guys back on. Like,
yeah,
you should do one after this game, and then after the second game as well.
So
I talked to the Medfield guys actually. Oh shit!
Wow.
What a bucket!
Oh
you
shit!
didn't even call it. Wow.
Dude, she doesn't blow her whistle. They're the complete opposite.
Middle.
Refs.
Oh.
They just gotta slow it down.
So
that's a good take though.
So I talked to the Medfield guys. I said, because I filmed like a month and a half ago. So I was like, hey, do you want to come on right before the game? And they're like, hey, we actually don't want to like do anything else until the end of the season. Because we want to focus on it, which is interesting. And I think is reasonably fair, except that Catman does like game day vlogs. So he's not entirely. I think they just don't want to come on and say anything that's like controversial again, which I understand. Like,
yeah, I was gonna say,
like, see how it plays out.
Yeah, maybe their coach got in the way.
But to John's point, I think if DS wins out against them, if they win 2 games, I'll never get those Medfield kids to do another interview.
Yeah,
I think if they win one or both, they'll definitely come back on. If they don't win either, they're just not going to do another.
This is a big comeback. They got 7 unanswered points right now on the ball.
Oh shit! Oh my god! That
kid's efficient.
This is a game. This is a basketball game.
That ginger kid just gets to the rim. Every time he catches it, he's just driving and kicking. Wow.
Brad, I hate to say that you jinxed it, but you were kind of saying another bucket would seal the game, and then like
they didn't get another bucket though.
All hell broke loose immediately.
They didn't get another bucket. Yeah, that's 10 straight for Medfield.
Really?
Yeah. Maybe 9. I think it's 10 now.
Wow. I'm gonna go on my phone just to see what the audience is at right now for the stream.
Got to be like near 80
70.
People.
It's at 70.
Wow.
Well, people are probably texting each other too. Like,
yeah, like, get on. Has DS Cable streamed every game this season?
I think for the most part. I think away games, they have trouble sometimes.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, they've been really good about it the last few years, especially our year too. They came to every game, and I wish they would just post. I wish they could post all our games though, like our playoff games.
Yeah,
that'd be nice to have those.
Look at Catman clapping. You see that? He was doing like that.
Yeah, gotta love that energy. They just gotta be poised here.
Gotta be clutch.
Yeah. Spellman's got a really good handle. He's smart with the ball.
Ooh.
Kick out.
Okay.
Good finish. That's a big basket.
He's got the confidence.
Oh, they're running.
Yeah, this every single time.
Oh!
Why is everybody jogging back?
For better for worse, two's doing that every single time.
Yeah, dude. Everyone, if you look, no one was looking at the ball there.
Oh crap!
Yeah.
Danny, who did you say Medfield's best player was? That bigger kid.
They said it was Kevin Cronin. That's what
number
told me.
Is that 2?
No, I think that's one of the kids I actually had on. 2 is Caleb Lawson, and 5 is supposed to be their best player. But
5.
Nate Bakke and Caleb Lawson, 2 and 3. Those are the guys that I had on along with Catman, number 1.
Gotcha. There's a big free throw.
Oh my god!
Not shooting well from the
I'm starting to get. I'm getting nervous, boys. Last time I cared about a high school
Like,
basketball game was when I was in high school.
You can tell how rattled the players get. There's a minute 30 left and they're just sprinting down.
Calm down. Why are they?
Good pass. Oh, kick out.
Jono.
Oh,
Charge.
Yeah, there's just no need there. Grady's pissed.
I'm sweating.
I want to see Catman shoot this.
I'm low-key feeling OT.
I wouldn't mind.
I love an OT.
Medfield would have all the momentum going in, though.
True.
I want to see Catman shoot a 3.
I know, to ice the game. That would make for a great vlog. I'll say that.
Yeah, exactly.
That would.
Benny, you should tell them your channel. The last video they were on, it was like 500 views or what? What did you say it was?
Yeah, the DS.
A lot of views.
Foul. Yeah.
Lord. Yeah, I got 500 views on the discussion one, and then 400 views when I had Ethan, Zach, and like Luke on just to preview the season, which was crazy.
Yeah, tell Catman it's good publicity for his vlogs. It's good. Gets his name out there.
He's got to hit both these free throws. No way he's hitting one. There you go.
Right, you're a fucking jinx king right now.
I think he's only hitting one.
It's too bad there's no fan zone to make any noise.
You need this board.
Neither team's been good on the line, though. So, like, making both and then just getting in a free throw shooting contest, probably. There you go.
All right.
Oh
my God.
That's assault.
Getting hacked. He's getting assaulted. Blow your whistle.
What is going on?
Jump ball.
Dude, he doesn't blow a whistle.
You gotta love it, though.
We literally have polar opposite
competition.
Dude needs LASIK eye surgery after that. Oh my God.
Second
degree. Medfield had the jump too.
Imagine how heated you'd be if you were whoever had the ball there for DS and you just got mugged.
Dude,
I think one of these kids goes out of control and just puts their head down to the rim.
They're gonna get back to the line. They're gonna get back to the line.
That's fair. Oh, John, it'll be tough. Good D.
Here it is.
Oh, he's got it again.
Oh, Lord. Oh, my God.
Jump.
Oh, my
God.
Wait, whose ball? Was it a jump? Or
they got the time.
They must have the timeout out.
Yeah.
You see the Medfield fans were happy.
Oh.
This is a nail biter.
That could have been a foul though. Like
Medfield should have gone for a quick shot, like because then they don't need a forced foul at DS.
Well, they're gonna have the ball here, aren't they?
But I'm saying they will. But I'm like, they 50 seconds on the shot clock. If they shoot it before 30 seconds and miss it, like they can still play out defense.
Right.
They don't need a forced foul.
Yeah.
The Medfield kids look like they have good energy in their huddle right now. They were giving high fives.
Yeah, sit back down. You see that?
Yeah.
They all stood up and then sat right back down.
There you go. Yeah. Oh.
That's a Medfield.
Did they just do it again, or was that just
Medfield? That was the second time. Second time.
Stretch out the legs, I suppose. You know he's coming out with an inbound play deep out of his pocket.
Classic.
He's got something in the works here.
Here we go.
Some elaborate pick.
Oh, classic. Double screen. That's so
obvious.
Oh my God. Are we getting no team?
No, they must not have a timeout. You got to go last shot here. Oh, he did have a timeout.
Dude.
Oh my God, that's just that's like one of the two possible things.
I think every team in the TBL runs that.
It's so funny. You know, Grady's pissed. I mean, gives DS the opportunity. Now Grady's coming out with some elaborate.
Yeah, they're gonna
sideline.
It's gonna be from the side.
We had I want to say it'll be something like Luke screens down to the block and gets the ball on the block. But I don't know if they have enough time for that. But I remember we used to do something like that off the sideline.
What do you think about an elevator screen for Spellman? Probably not.
I like that. Yeah. I definitely think Medfield believes Luke's going to get the ball. Probably denying ball on him.
That's good when you got two guys like that could take this last shot.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'd like to see John O'Wendell dunk for the game winner.
Maybe a little out of bounds alley-oop.
Can we get a prediction now, boys? Do we think it's going to OT? Do we think Diaz gets a bucket? What are we seeing here?
I'm seeing OT.
I think OT.
Sticking with what I said earlier.
I'd love to see a buzzer beater. It would be awesome.
Huh? Yeah, it'd be electric.
Well, OT definitely plays in the Medfield.
You got to take the shot at the right time.
Oh, just giving it to Luke and let him go.
You're just going to put him up one-on-one.
Oh, don't lag here.
Jono!
Oh!
They doubled him so hard off the screen. I don't like that he sent Spellman to set a screen because then they're just doubling him.
Yeah. Huh. That was it though, Danny.
Yeah, Medfield's hyped. Damn. What was that? I want to say that was like a 15-5 run out of.
That was a
Medfield.
big run.
Yeah.
This is definitely been worth the price of admission for sure. This is a great game.
Yeah. The price of admission.
A classic DS Medfield game down to overtime. What's the overtime prediction?
Oof.
I don't know. I think it'll continue to be close, but Medfield's definitely got momentum right now.
Yeah, it could be close, but it's probably going to be DS by a million. Nah, seriously though, it's definitely going to be close. I'd say DS by 2.
The line is definitely even value at this point. It's like plus.
I'm gonna say DS by 4. Bet it gets into free throws at the end. What are you saying, Danny? I also
feel like I could see double OT though.
Oh, all the way.
And one low key.
What was your prediction, Danny?
I didn't give one else. That would feel unfair. I guess I'll say DS by 2. It feels like destiny that DS is gonna win.
Don't say that.
That kid's strong.
Dude, this kid's their best player.
Yeah.
I already got
such like a clumsy player, but he's so efficient.
He's effective. Yeah, he's like Zion.
Yeah. Noah Greeny texted me
Zion.
How did I jinx this?
Bad turnover. Oh, probably hit him with a Euro.
How did he get there so clean?
Must have hit him with a Euro, something along those lines. That's the one thing bad about this camera. It doesn't like pick up transitions slow. But I mean, at the same time, like half the student filmers are doing the same thing.
Okay, foul. Thank you.
Yeah.
I hate when players act confused when there's like they blatantly foul someone. What's going? What? Like, yeah, you've been playing basketball since you were like 8.
Swear didn't touch him.
You know the rules. All right, this is key. We got to be clutch here.
Big free throws. Need at least one. It's a 1-on-1, right? Good.
Yeah, looks like it. I'm so glad they have the scoreboard. I would have had no idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's really huge.
Toughness. At least you got one though. Medfield doesn't like actually set any screens. They just like run over and just like completely miss the guy on every screen. So there's like no contact.
Come on, Danny.
Oh my.
Oh, it's deep.
Range.
Wow. He's got to have like 20 now. What a shot.
All right.
You know if he's missing
my 60 to 56.
If he's missing that though, he's putting him right on the bench. Good take.
Why didn't that guy
Get
go
on
up?
that. Get on it.
You should have
This
gone
ginger
up with
kid's the
that.
heart and soul.
It's my boy Zion.
That 1-3 by Spellman, I feel like, had to change the energy in that
Oh, absolutely.
Watch out for a double screen. Oh, here it comes.
Oh,
no hands. Way to lay out for it. No one's helping him up.
We used to run this a little screen. Then we have that diamond play.
Clear out.
We were fortunate, like we had a ton of kids who could like break a press, like bring the ball.
You guys seem surprised that they're running a lot of the same plays, as if he wouldn't just be like, oh, I want a state championship with all these plays. Let me replace them.
Definitely. I feel like every coach and every team does the same thing. Oh, that's tipped, I think.
We also like didn't really run that many plays.
Pass it up.
On offense.
He's got to finish this.
Oh shit!
Did he just dunk?
No way.
Like, why are they so electric?
I don't know. Maybe like a contact layup.
I think just tying it. Dude, look at the JV kids. They gotta have some energy too. The Medfield parents and players are making way more noise.
Big stop here.
Yeah, double
cat
up.
Man. Give it to Cat Man.
I'm locking in the double up.
Let Cat.
Why isn't he taking any shots down the stretch?
Oh,
sure.
Great block by Olsen.
Wait, why'd they get a fresh 30?
Oh, yeah. Is that what the ref's saying?
That's what it's got to be. This ginger kid's got to have like a double-double at this point.
How many points does Spellman have?
Close to
low
20.
20s. Yeah.
Somewhere in the 23 or something.
Probably his career high, I'd imagine.
He's had some huge games.
Oh, good pass. Wow.
That was just terrible defense. Like,
yeah. God. Big possession. See, this is where you want to shoot before 30 seconds, is what like the thing I was saying before, which Grady's probably setting up.
That's a good timeout.
Yeah.
Do you think he has another, or he's got to have another?
Yeah. The DS kids look like they're waiting in line for the SAT. They have absolutely no energy. The kids in the stands.
Waiting in line for the SAT.
So, Brett, you're saying get a shot off now so that you'll force DS to be able to have the last possession.
Not necessarily, but yeah, pretty much. But if they shoot before 30 seconds, so if they say shoot like in the next 5 seconds, then they don't need to intentionally foul Medfield if they potentially miss the shot. Whereas if they shot like 20 seconds, missed it, they foul Medfield makes a 2-possession game. That's basically out of reach.
Good point.
All
right, Raiders.
Figured Grady's has something in his sleeve here.
Coach Gritty.
Coach Gritty.
Coach Gritty.
Elevator screen.
I'm filling a Ronaldo bucket here.
Yeah.
Here's the double screen.
Oh, good move. One more.
Yeah!
Oh, what a great play.
Great pass.
Now Medfield can go last possession. They should call a timeout if they have it. Yeah. No. Dude, I swear some kids.
This guy dribbles left. Double down.
They got it. Why are you shooting it? It's last shot. Like, the coach has got to be screaming at him there.
Oh my God. All right. The question comes again. I'll ask you guys. Are we seeing a Medfield bucket here, or are we seeing overtime?
At what point do they call just a tie?
They don't. They do.
Really?
They keep playing. Dude, remember we went to quadruple OT at Medway?
Yeah. No, in Bellingham.
Or Bellingham. Yeah. Sophomore
year.
Yeah,
that was nuts. Oh my God. I think we were like out of playoffs at that point, and I like wasn't getting minutes.
We made playoff. No, we didn't.
No, sophomore year.
Yeah, we did.
6-4 wins.
That was an electric game.
Yeah, I wasn't playing. I had so much work, and I was like, "Jesus, this is like a 3-hour game."
Dude, we played like 6 quarters of basketball or something.
Yeah,
it's nuts.
Their coach has just got to drill it in the players. You should not be shooting before 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Double OT in the
you
cards.
guys, would you go zone or man here if you're DS?
I don't know. I mean, if they've been man all game, you got.
If they'd like brought man or zone in earlier in the game, I think it could be smarter. You could do it, but they haven't done it at all. So
on these, I don't know if I remember correctly, but on these out of bounds plays, if there's screens, I believe they switch them. Oh, Catman, give it to Catman.
Dude, give it to the dude that gets to the wrap. Yeah, this dude's gonna get to the hole.
Zion.
2 seconds.
Like, what are they? Oh my God! What an awful shot!
Oh my God!
Dude, why aren't they giving it to the guy who's gotten to the rim every play?
I feel like they don't have a player like Luke or Zach, in which they like none of these players feel confident in like taking that shot.
No, I agree, but like that guy's been their guy this game. Like
but I also I don't think he's the most talented player. I just think he's been like super efficient. I feel like for instance, like the one Danny was saying earlier, number 5, I believe. Would have loved to see Catman ISO there though.
Yeah. Guys, try not to look at your phones if you have like any tweet notifications or things like that. I actually like 10 seconds or like I don't know if Cam or someone texts you about the game, like because I just got that spoiled for me like right before the play started that it was going into double OT.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah, but I was like, I'll keep it quiet.
Yeah,
I got my
that's
phone
a good call.
away.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I always make that like when I'm streaming games. I don't know if you know like crack streams or something, but like I don't have like streaming services for like certain games at school. So like use like these like streaming services like crack streams, and I'll be like whatever like 10 seconds behind, and like I have like people like texting about like a big play, and I just always need to go like do not disturb.
Yeah. Oh yeah, or Streamies, dude. The chats on crack stream are horrendous. They're horrendous.
Yeah,
the chat.
I
don't know if it's real people or not, but
nuts.
it's like it's always just horrendous comments.
That's Lynch. Oh,
yes,
let's go. Why doesn't he come down with that? Oh, he got it. I got paused when he's in midair.
Big play.
Really?
Yeah, because I was about to say if you missed that, you just came down with that, but that's huge.
This is a great game, guys.
Nice
wow,
move.
tough shot.
Shot.
That's back-to-back air balls. Missed that 3 for OT too. Making a 2-possession game would be cute. Oh, backdoor. You see that?
Get on that. What is the Medfield coach doing? He was like falling all over the floor for a second.
Dude, this guy.
Oh, here we go.
Dude, feed Catman.
Pivot. If you like.
I know he's so one-dimensional.
Great shot.
That's a big shot.
Kid, he's got such a nice shot.
Shoot or shoot.
Yeah.
All right, DS by 1 now.
Oh, Luke. You see Luke there?
Oh, Spellman. I know. I saw Luke too. He was.
Yeah.
It would have been a tricky. I feel like it would have been a somewhat tricky pass, but if he could have made it, that would have been a bucket.
Yeah, that would have been a tricky pass. Here we go. Oh. You know what he's doing every time.
He just drives opposite block.
It's like pivot. There you go. That's what I was trying to say before. He's got to pivot. He just puts his shoulder and gets the block.
Good D. Oh, see the
no
ball.
Way.
Oh my God.
Lord.
If he had hit that, I would have thrown myself down a flight of stairs if he hit that.
Oh my God.
No.
Hey,
Lynch.
Good take.
It's odd.
Yes. Oh,
great shot.
Damn.
I was about to say it's odd he's just put Lynch in for double OT. He hasn't been in like the last 2 quarters.
That was a great shot by Rinaldi.
Yeah, that was massive.
Medfield coach back on the floor.
This is must score for Medfield.
I feel like the referees have been a little bit better, actually.
Yeah.
I don't know if you'd agree with that, Muck.
I don't know. Just not consistent between the two of them.
I'm sure you would get a lot of comments out of Alex Waugh if he's on here out of the refs.
Oh, Xander.
Is he hate on the refs a lot?
He's the ref. Yeah.
He's the ref.
The ref antichrist. Xander, I remember when we were at the Dedham game, Xander was getting so heated. Just with both like what was going on in the game, and then like he's just easy to like get heated at something.
Good shot. Wow. Oh, that's big.
Is that 3? Is that Zion?
Yeah, that was Zion. Zion's got to be posting like 20 and 10 right now. All right, just run it out. Run out the clock. Why?
Dude, why aren't they in triangle?
That's us. Now look for a shot.
Oh, shit.
No.
What was that?
It looks like it was a foul.
Yeah. Had to be a foul.
They got a
terrible foul. Oh my God, that's awful. Pretty much end the game here.
And Spellman, who is, what would you say is the best shooter on the team? I don't know, maybe Rinaldi.
Probably.
Probably Spellman.
If he hits this.
Oh, this is the worst time to lag. Here we go.
Yeah.
Oh, big board. Oh
no.
Take the layup.
That's a good foul. Good foul.
That's a great foul. Maybe refresh here, Danny, before he shoots.
No, I'm afraid because before how my buddy.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I'm afraid we're like 3 minutes behind or something by like lagging.
That's fair.
Oh, it is Catman. He was shooting very well, or he was making buckets. And then he went like 20 possessions without shooting.
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. You just like you had all the confidence and just like them shooting overtime. Good hit. That's big.
Seen some play.
See, if he hits both these, I don't know if you think DS fouls, or I mean, you think Medfield fouls 30-second shot clock.
Ooh.
You think they foul here?
I think you trap.
Yeah, I do too.
I think you go for a steal.
But like hypothetically, Medfield probably could run on the whole clock.
Yeah, I think you
definitely set a trap. Make DS rush into a layup or something. But like to be fair, like DS hasn't been shooting great from the line, so maybe like foul like 15-10 seconds.
I could see a foul happening for sure.
Yeah. Say probably trap then foul if necessary.
Do you get 1 timeout per overtime? Two timeouts? What is it?
I have no idea, to be honest with you.
Medfield has had a million timeouts.
I think they add a timeout.
Yeah. They definitely get at least an additional 1 per overtime.
Yeah.
I want to say maybe 2. Great game so far, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It definitely seems to have gotten a lot less chippy as the overtimes have gone.
You think just the stakes are so high with every single possession?
Yeah, like the fourth quarter, you could tell people getting rattled and feisty.
Don't dribble there.
That's like slow-mo. That's a foul, right? So he's just gotta hit one.
Dude, why is he dribbling there? Oh.
Yeah. DS just hasn't handled the pressure. Like they haven't handled traps, just like ball fake pass away.
I mean,
he's got to hit one of
It was
these.
a tough inbound pass. Like,
oh my God.
Oh, you got to hit this.
He's going to miss. He's going to miss.
You know he's tweaking out right now, too.
Yeah, for sure. DS by 1. Here we go.
Oh,
This is Cronin. This is the guy. This is supposed to be their guy, I think. Oh my God. Boys,
they got to go last shot.
Or
they got to go last shot.
Oh my God, Jono.
No.
The guards, like, under pressure, just like the worst passes.
I think Luke should be in the field. Like, get Luke.
I feel like he wants Luke out front. Like, if you get Luke on like a 1v1 in transition, like he's getting fouled or getting a basket.
All right, that's a
great timeout.
Yeah.
All right, I have to ask you, are we seeing a third overtime, or are we seeing a DS or a Medfield bucket here?
I feel like DS scores here, but at the same time, like DS can't be shooting it before 5 seconds. Like you just got to be smart with the timing of the game, because if they're missing a shot with like 10 seconds left, then you're just giving the ball to Medfield.
Yeah, I could see. I'm still gonna go DS by 1. I think someone's gonna get to the line or something, hit one free throw, and then Medfield's gonna have like a last second heave.
Yeah,
it's gonna miss.
I see, to make my prediction, I see Spellman icing this game. I don't know if it'll be a 3 or a drive to the hoop and one of those nice floaters.
Danny, you got to stick to Jono. I'm pretty sure he's in.
Yeah, is he in? All right,
he is.
Spellman from the field or a Jono dunk.
I think I think you should put in Lynch here. Have him sit at the rim and look for a second chance bucket.
I think Lynch got hit or something, or maybe he fouled out. When he fouled that kid, he like ran straight to the scorer's table. Like, I think he might have fouled out.
I like the lineup here though. If you could have Lynch, I'd probably put Lynch in for Jono, just to get more height for the potential second chance point. But definitely like putting Daniel in here. I feel like he's a poised player, smart player.
He's also very good on defense.
Oh, I don't like that.
I know.
All right, probably Luke high pick here.
Yup.
Kick out to Luke.
Oh
yes, there you go.
Go up with it.
Shoot it up. Oh! Electric.
Let's go.
Absolutely.
What a rebound.
Electric.
So I was saying, with the second chance points, you just have someone sit there.
Medfield goes home devastated.
Wow.
That's got to be easily the best game of the year for the whole league.
DS by
that was amazing. Instant classic.
Wow, great game.
One of the JV kids ran down on the court. You love that.
Oh, do they not shake hands because of COVID?
You think if there's fans there, people? I don't think so, John. You think if there's fans there, though, people
storm the court? 100%.
Oh, maybe.
That'd be hilarious. Oh my God.
Oh,
wow, that's a legit
awesome.
buzzer beater too.
Who was the putback? Olsen?
Yeah, Olsen. Electric.
Yeah.
They must be so hyped.
Yeah, it was a great game. Wonder if they threw up on Twitter the splits of scoring.
Look at these guys. Look at these guys, man. Oh my God.
Time to clean up the chairs.
Jeez, that would have been a triple overtime too.
Wow.
I
thought Luke's was going
Nick Rinaldi? I think that's Nick.
Yeah, Luke's looked really good.
Is that Nick Rinaldi walking off the court? I think that's him.
Probably.
In the gray?
Yeah.
Definitely good.
Do you guys remember picking up the chairs after the game?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Was that to just teach you to be humble or something after playing in front of a bunch of people, or what was
and
that?
To help the one janitor who's supposed to do it all.
Yeah.
Wow, great game. Guys, that was
really good.
What did you see down the end that made DS win this game, in your opinion?
For very good defense, first of all. Medfield didn't score too much in overtime. It kind of stopped the bleeding coming out of the fourth quarter. Medfield won a huge run there, but then DS definitely outplayed him in over time.
Yeah, they regained the composure, I think, and like Brett said, had better defense and got to the hoop more and stuff. So
if you're going into the second game at Medfield, what would you think each team would want to work on and come back for this matchup? DS and Medfield, what would they both want to improve on?
DS rebounding.
Yeah. DS rebounding, handling a press.
Yeah.
And then both teams just free throw shooting. Honestly, like the overall, like collectively maybe shot 60% from the line between both teams. Like if either team's shooting like 80% that game, like that's an easy one for that team.
Free throws win games.
Yeah.
And then both of you guys, obviously, I'm pretty sure most of the guys in that team remember your state championship run. They probably look up to you a lot. You're basically the two best players in the TBL. I'm guessing a good portion of them will listen to at least part of this. If you could just shout something out to the team, what would you say to the boys after that big win?
Great win. You guys backed up all the talk and you guys shut them up. They pretty sure, I don't know what the exact quote was, but didn't need to worry about DS.
Yeah, didn't need to worry about DS.
Yeah, now they're like what, 10-1 or something like that.
8-1, 9-1, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, keep grinding, boys. You're doing well. We love to see DS doing well, obviously. But keep playing hard, keep fighting, and it always feels good to beat Medfield. So congrats. You got another one. You got to go get that one. Yeah.
I just want to say shout out to, sorry, Brett, you had something to say? Or?
No, continue.
I was just say shout out to both sides. Played with a lot of heart. I had a lot of fun doing interviews leading up to this. I think the banter is all in good fun, and it kind of raises the hype a little bit when they can interact like that. So it sucks to be those Medfield kids, but at the end of the day, I like them off the court, but I was hoping this exact scenario would happen and DS would humiliate them. So overall, good night to be a Raider.
Absolutely.
All right, guys. Thanks so much for coming on the Young Shakespeare podcast.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us, Lenny.
Shout out to Brett and John for coming on the stream. Shout out to DS and Medfield for a hard-fought game, and tune in for the next episode of the Young Shakespeare podcast.